At Optivia, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation one healthy habit at a time. The following audio contains the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the Optivia community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope these stories inspire you to continue your journey with or join Optivia, but please note they have not been verified and your individual journey to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider in the US or a doctor in Singapore and Hong Kong prior to beginning your journey with Optivia. Additionally, this audio may contain income or earning representations of some independent Optivia coaches. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with Optivia is derived from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Optivia acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to Optivia coaches in the US, Hong Kong, and Singapore. For independent Optivia coaches operating in the US, please see the Optivia Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of US coaches under the US Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent Optivia coaches operating in the US under the US Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan. Yours in Health, the Optivia team.
My name is Nancy Strauss, and I've been an Optivia coach for 9 years now. Actually, in a month or two, it'll be 9 years. Just a little bit about myself, guys. I talked about it a little bit on the first call, but that's only part of the story. I was feeling very defeated. I was a hairdresser on a wheel, hamster wheel, working hard every day, maxed out, tired, and I didn't have energy. And for years, I felt like my insides did not match my outsides. I felt frumpy. I didn't have a lot of confidence. I didn't feel well. I had arthritis pain that was so bad, I could barely walk at times. And I didn't know what we were going to do financially because honestly, my husband had to take a pay cut when he moved to Pennsylvania to live with me. And we were out about $1,500 a month, and I was scared. We put our house up for sale. And we were looking for real estate down in Florida because it was cheaper down there. And you know what? Somebody gave us tickets to Universal Studios. It was a treat. And I didn't fit on a roller coaster. And all of a sudden, I was just like, I'm that girl. I had no idea I had let myself get to that point. But the roller coaster didn't lie. And man, that hurt. But at the same time, I'm really grateful for that moment. It was exactly the slap of reality I needed, where I was like, I'm so done. I'm done with this. I'm done with, yeah, I love bread. Oh yeah, I love my cheesecake, but I wanted to be healthier more than anything else, and nothing would have stopped me. So I called one of my hair clients. I was so grateful. She shared with me and she loved me. Even when I tried program 5 months earlier and I sent it back after a day and a half, she still loved me and she still came to me to do her hair. And you know what? She got me started. She got me started on Optivia. I was so excited, so ready. I lost 54 pounds and I felt amazing. I had never had energy. This was so different than the millions of diets I had done. I mean, I did them all. I mean, some wacky things too, maybe some things that were almost dangerous. But this was different. I felt like my life was really starting to change here. And I just couldn't keep it quiet. I'd be talking it up at the salon. Now, mind you, I couldn't even sell shampoo because who gets excited about bubbles going down the drain? But I could talk about this. And I was enthusiastic and wildly grateful. I felt like I had the best gift. And I felt like I had a key to people's prisons. I just wanted to hand it to them and say, dude, you don't have to deal with this prison anymore. Freed people want to free people. So I decided to become a coach. I was only a client for 3 weeks. I didn't know much, but I became a coach after 3 weeks and I fell in love with it. Because of coaching, my life is unrecognizable today. I can't even tell you with so much gratitude what has happened in my world. Helping people win, people hope. Do you know the purpose that gives? Talk over. This one is from the inside. I love helping people themselves when they don't. They just don't. They're hopeless. Because of coaching, I left my salon And I'm sorry, my internet was unstable for a second. Because of that, I was able to leave the salon. I wanted to. I fell in love with this makeover more than doing hair. I've been able to create insane memories with my family. I brought my hubby down to part-time work and freedoms. Like, you know, when my grandbabies were born, I could just go. I didn't have to ask my boss off of work. I love that kind of freedom. When I found out that my daughter was going to get engaged in Disney World, her fiance said, "Hey, you want to go to Disney? You want to watch your little girl get engaged?" I'm like, "Sure." Like, are you kidding me? I couldn't even afford any kind of vacation before. So to have those kind of freedoms, guys, I am just so grateful every day. Let's talk about why Optivia is so important in a day like today. Worldwide obesity has almost tripled since 1975. Tripled. Most of the world's population lives in countries where overweight and obesity kills more people than underweight. Well, that's a switch. Didn't used to be like that. And right here in our own country, almost a third of adults, almost a third of couples report that money is a major source of conflict and stress in their relationship. Almost 70% of workers were stressed over their finances, a full 72% admitting to worrying about their personal finances at work. And here's something that's new, a new statistic. Since July, this COVID world, rates of depression and anxiety in the US was more than triple than those of a year ago, a year before. The simple question, "How are you?" has turned into an emotional minefield. What we have here is precious and needed by so many. So I'm so excited to introduce some dear, dear friends of mine. I adore these ladies. They are twins on my team. One lives in Florida, that would be Caite Corripio, and her twin sister, Mary Beth, lives up here in Pennsylvania with me. Girls, I cannot wait for you guys to share your story, how Optivia has been a blessing to you as you are a blessing to others. So take it away.
Thanks, Nancy. We are so excited to be here. So I'm Beth and here with my twin sister, Caite. So we would really like to share our story with you. You know, I was kind of like Nancy. I was that yo-yo dieter. Was really good at it. I could lose and gain 50, 60, 70 pounds many times, many ways. I was such a success at losing weight. The problem is I could not maintain it. And as soon as I got close to a goal, just close enough that I was feeling good, all of my bad habits came running back in and the cycle just started again. So over and over again, I had done this. And at one point, somebody came up to me and they said, "Hey, can I tell you about a really great program?" And I just put up my hand and said, "Oh, no, thanks. I'm good." Because you know what? I was working with a nutritionist. I was following a 1,500 calorie a day diet, and I was exercising. But here's the thing. I was eating the exact same food every single day. Now, she didn't tell me to do that. It just was kind of like it worked for me. I didn't care. So it was working. So I did it. And when I was working out, I was working out for 2 hours every morning, 2 hours. And it didn't matter because it was great and it was working. I was like, yay. But then life happened. And I actually had the opportunity to move over out of the country for a year for work. Well, guess what? I could not get into a fitness center. And it took me months to get into a fitness center. And besides that, who knows that they don't have the same food that we have here in the United States over in Belgium? The food was not the exact same, because I'm telling you, I ate exactly same every single day. So by the time I came back a year later, I had regained the 70 pounds that I had lost. So I came back and I struggled for years after that. It took me 3-4 years just to I tried all those things that I tried before and nothing was really working. And then the girl who approached me 4 years earlier, 4 years, I saw her put a picture on Facebook of a mutual friend. And I went, huh, because you know what? Now I was ready. So I called her up and I said, okay, tell me what you got. She explained the program to me. She said it's built in science, that there were clinical trials done at Johns Hopkins University. I said, could I read the trials, please? Could I read them? Well, just as a little background, I'm a registered nurse and I'm also, my day job is a clinical scientist. So I'm like, yeah, I need to see if this is what this is about. So I read them. It made sense. It's built in science. I said, oh, we got to do this. But the first thing I did is I called up Caite and I said, Caite, we got to do this together. And she said,
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. Because you know what? I was, or so I thought. So something that's very interesting. Beth and we're identical twins. We actually just found out a little over a year ago, which is kind of pretty cool. But we did not gain weight the same. So Beth is an apple, so she gained a lot in the middle, and she had these little stick legs. Okay, and she was that yo-yo dieter. Me, no, I'm the pear. So I'm head to toe, and I would gain 20 and hold for about 5 years, gain 20 and hold for about 5 years, and so on and so on. And one of us was always crying in the fitting room when we got together for, because the dress that we wore at the last wedding or funeral didn't fit. So one of us was always crying. So that's why Beth wanted us to do it together. We're like, we're two reasonably intelligent people. Why can't we figure this out? But we couldn't. So, but I was just recently challenged by the CEO of my company to get healthy. So I'm going to the gym and I'm eating healthy. So I said, hey, I'm really good. Don't worry. We're going to get to the same place, same time. Well, what happened though, because I was going to the gym and I've already had 4 knee operations. So I'm at the gym and I'm on the elliptical. Well, guess what? It didn't work out so well. I had to go to the orthopedic surgeon who says, hey, he's like, you're too young for a knee replacement and you just need to get healthy. He's like, you're bone on bone, lose weight. What? So I thought, oh, surely it must be my thyroid that's out of whack because I do have that issue. So I go to the other doctor and he just said, yeah, I'm not even checking it. You just need to lose weight. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, that's it. And he said, you're not quite there yet, but you might want to consider gastric bypass. That was his solution, right? So now Beth comes to see me 6 weeks later and her pants are falling off her. I'm down 2 pounds. Already been to 2 doctors. Things aren't looking so good for me. I said, Beth, whatever it is you're doing, sign me up. And you know what? Beth became a coach that day. She still had 80 pounds to lose, but she became a coach that day to coach me.
yeah. And you know what? It's not just so much what we lost, right? I lost 98 pounds. You lost 82 pounds. It's not just that. It's about what we gained. It's that freedom that we gained. It's that we used to be so tired and just exhausted. And I'm telling you, I cannot forget the day that I felt like I had this pep in my step. Like I was like walking on air and I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is awesome. This is like the best thing ever. Don't you remember that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I remember just getting on a plane and previously, where I'd be afraid that I was going to have to ask for a seatbelt extender. I would never, go to the bathroom because 1, I didn't fit down the aisle, and 2, I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to fit into the bathroom. But let me tell you, once I lost weight, I think I went to the bathroom 3 times on my 2-hour flight because I could. I didn't have to shuffle down the side. I went straight down the middle, which was absolutely fantastic.
So it's so funny. And I think one of the biggest things is that we have such a passion to help other people, right? I mean, there's so much when we're talking about helping people get healthy, it just brings us so much joy. And, when we talk about coaching, we both have busy day jobs. We really do. But I have to tell you, how do we make it work? Well, I'm a nooks and cranny kind of girl. So I'm fortunate. I work long hours. I work a lot of hours, but I have flexibility. So you know what? There's some of my clients or coaches who I talk to at 7 o'clock in the morning. That works for both of us. It's awesome. I can fit things in little pockets during the day or at lunch or in the afternoon or evenings or whatever it is, but we make it work. And it's just so fulfilling when you know that you have such an impact in helping other people change their lives.
That's right. And my job's a little bit different. I'm a CPA by trade, and I am a principal of a real estate company. And I have a lot of meetings back to back, also work long days, long hours. But here's what I did. I actually had a family meeting and I said, this is a passion. This is what I want to do. And I got their buy-in and I got their support. And I said, you know what, it's going to be work. I have to give up some good for the great. And I asked for their buy-in and their support. And they said, yeah, let's do it. So do I work a lot? Yeah, I work, I work nights and I work weekends, you know, helping our clients and helping our coaches. But you know what? At first I was probably a little not so happy. And what I mean by that is everyone kept saying, isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? And I kept thinking, no, I'm tired. I don't know if I'm having fun. But that was a switch. I knew that I had to redefine fun. What was fun? You know, fun was not just sitting there doing nothing and watching a TV, right? Fun is pouring into our clients and pouring into our coaches. And when I made that switch, holy smokes, did things change. So now, you know, what we're doing, Beth and I, we are chasing financial freedom. Because you know what? That financial freedom is going to give us the time freedom that we can structure our lives around what matters most. So you busy people get things done. So anyone who's out there with a busy job, you can absolutely squeeze coaching in, whether it's in the nooks and crannies or whether it's on the nights and weekends, but give up the good and go for the great. Back to you, Nancy.
Sharing my screen. Let's see. Wow, guys, I love your story. I fall in love with it every time I hear it. Thank you so, so much. Chasing freedom, and you're doing it. I love it that you're doing it together. How fun is that? And that you're finding fun as you help others. So let's just talk a little bit about who is Optivia. What are we about? We're actually a company with a huge-hearted mission. We are in a huge mission to provide solutions for creating optimal health. We have over 30,000 independent Optivia coaches, many of which are health professionals. How do you guys like that Beth could actually read the clinical reports and understand them? I love that. That's so funny. Our co-founder is Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, New York Times bestselling author. And you know what? After many, many years of just reacting to disease, he wanted to step away and just help people learn how to create healthier lifestyles so they don't have to get that sick. I love his heart. I love his mission. And it's for the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. We have clinically proven plans and products that were developed by physicians, dietitians, scientists, and they've been used by more than 1.5 million clients so far, recommended by thousands of healthcare professionals. Our parent company is Medifast. We are American owned and a New York Stock Exchange company. So there are 4 components to our system. I love this. I love to think of our system, the 4 components, like a 4-legged chair. It's just sturdy. You have 4 legs. I love that. The first piece is that you get a free independent Optivia coach that's going to support you and cheer for you, give you accountability. Priceless. And then our Habits of Health transformational system. Dr. wrote these books. They're incredible to help you change this. This is the key to changing your life. He gives you a whole new way of thinking and reacting, and learn about every single healthy habit you need to know to get healthy. And then of course our Optivia community, like tonight, hanging out with you guys. That is amazing. We have so many different events online. We have gatherings when we can. Lots of great Facebook support groups. So we do have a wonderful Optivia community. And of course, our structured food plans with great nutrition to help people get to their goals safely and very convenient. So what do we offer? We talk about the trilogy of optimal health. So what we focus on is healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. Because you can have 2, but not all 3. You could have 1 and miss out on 2. They're all so important. When you have perfect balance in all 3 of these areas, that sweet spot in the middle, that's what optimal health looks like for you. So coaches use a combination of one-on-one interaction and also team and community support to provide lots of guidance and encouragement. So I love this. Oh, I could spend some time here. In my opinion, like I said, coaching is my favorite part of what Optivia offers. I came into this thing for weight loss. Bam, so much more. I love, since I became a coach, the accountability piece. When you partner with other people and go hip to hip, helping them realize their dreams and their goals, it helps you. My clients help me. They keep my head in the game. I know I'm an example, and that accountability has been huge. So it does reinforce my decision to be healthy every day. Paying it forward, guys, it feels so good to make a difference in somebody's world. And you know what? You're not just helping your client. The ripple effect to their families, far, far reaching. It's amazing. How many children are so happy they can wrap their arms all the way around mommy again? And how many couples get the wink in their eye again and chase each other around and their wedding rings fit again? We get to be part of that as a coach, all because we believe in them and we are their support and encouragement. Fun and rewarding, definitely. We are a fun bunch. I have to be honest. We have so much fun and we attract the best people. Like my tribe, if I think about Optivia going away tomorrow, you know what bubbles up in my heart the most? No, my peeps, my community, they're my family. I think of that so much. It's my new tribe. So grateful for these people. Compensation, we get paid so well to do good. And there's no cap, whatever you want this to be. So I love that we get paid to do well and serving mankind for your efforts. And that's how earnings are based, is on your efforts and what you want this to be. All right, so there's 3 ways you can grow in this business. You could be an Optivia coach and you just serve clients and acquire clients. You support them, you encourage them. That's what an Optivia coach does. We acquire and support clients. But you might move further along than that, where you actually want to support coaches. You might want to bring coaches along. Wouldn't surprise me. A lot of our clients turn into billboards and then their friends want in on it. So a lot of times they want to just support their own friends and be their encourager. So you may attract coaches. And so that's another way you can grow your business, by being a business coach, serving clients and coaches. And a business leader, they grow teams of business coaches and also support clients. So there's 3 ways you can grow this business. So how does it work for coaches? It's very relational. I love the relation piece. We really tap into empathy, climbing into someone else's world, find out what's important to them. And I love that one-on-one relationship that we have. It is focused on optimal well-being overall. Also, you're self-employed and independent. Love that. This is also full-time or part-time, whatever you want it to be. We're really big on that. Do you want this to be a fun hobby for purpose, or do you want this to be a career? Whatever you want it to be. It's meant to be wrapped around what's the most important thing to you. I love that. I love that the twins, they fit this in the nooks and crannies and they still make a big go of it. There's a low startup cost. It's $199 for your coach kit. Best money I ever spent. There's no inventory to carry. We don't touch money. I love that. It's flexible, can work from anywhere. Guys, I do my coaching calls from the beach sometimes. It's amazing. I love it that I can do it anywhere. It's so flexible. There's no quotas. There's no pressure. There's no boss breathing down your neck. There's no monthly purchases required. And all the training and support you could ever want. Self-guided, lots of personal development, hip-to-hip training, apprentice style. You really learn to be a better human. And I love that. I didn't expect all the personal development that would come with this. So what kind of support do coaches get? We go hip to hip with our new coaches and we teach them apprentice style. You're not alone. I love that. So that's a great support. It's comprehensive. You learn as you earn. You work with a business coach and a whole mentorship team. And you're just not alone. It feels really good about that. We coach and train apprentice style, grow as you go, and you work at your own pace. You the boss. You set the pace. We set the path. Optional, local, and regional and national training events. We do them online. Sometimes we get to do them in person, hopefully soon. That's awesome. And it is a blessing. It's a blessing filled with so many rewards, and I can't imagine my life without it. So I'm asking and inviting you, why not you? This isn't about being perfect. This is about just helping others and linking arms with them. We would be so honored if you decided to join us. We really, really would. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love you guys, and God bless. Have a great night, everyone.
At Optivia, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The prior audio contained the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the Optivia community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope those stories inspire you to continue your journey with or to consider joining Optivia. But please note that they have not been verified and your individual journey to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider in the US or a doctor in Singapore and Hong Kong prior to beginning your journey with Optivia. Additionally, this audio may have contained income or earning representations of some independent Optivia coaches. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with Optivia is derived from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Optivia acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to Optivia coaches in the US, Hong Kong, and Singapore. For independent Optivia coaches operating in the US, please see the Optivia Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of US coaches under the US Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent Optivia coaches operating in the US under the US Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan. Yours in health, the Optivia team.